dive into a world where technology never takes a back seat. Welcome the new Intel Core Ultra processor line. A new frontier for Intel, this line of processors is designed to compete head-to-head with Apple's formidable M-series chips. However, the launch of the Core Ultra has been met with a wave of skepticism and disappointment from some quarters of the tech world. Critics have been quick to compare Intel's first attempt with Apple's third-generation silicon, with some even going as far as to call Intel's products a complete joke. Not everyone agrees, however. Tech enthusiast Sam Tucker has come to Intel's defense, arguing that it's not fair to compare Intel's initial foray into this space with Apple's third-generation chips. But the question remains, can Intel's first attempt stand up against Apple's third-generation silicon? Now let's delve into the heart of the matter, the technical specifications. When we talk about processor prowess, size does matter. Only in this context, smaller is better. Apple's M-series chips, for instance, have a nifty 3-nanometer transistor length. This is a significant jump from Intel's chips, which boast a larger 7-nanometer size. The smaller the transistor, the better the performance, and the less power it consumes, which is a win-win in the tech world. Shifting gears, let's talk about the Neural Processing Unit, or NPU. Intel's new chip includes a dedicated NPU, but it's reportedly 4 times slower than Apple's NPU. That's a bit of a hiccup when it comes to AI computations, but let's not dismiss Intel just yet. Their Core Ultra line introduces a completely new fabrication process known as Intel 4. This, coupled with a fresh architecture and chip design, has Intel promising powerful and energy-efficient performance, aiming to outperform their previous generations. So, what we're seeing here is Intel taking a leap of faith, daring to compete in a space dominated by powerful players like Apple. They've revamped their design, adopted a new fabrication process, and even included an NPU in their arsenal. However, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and we're keen to see how these chips fare in real-world scenarios. At face value, Intel seems to be packing a punch, but how does it perform in real-world tests? The proof of the pudding lies in the eating, or in this case, the testing. Our taste test of tech saw us employing 2 devices, both equipped with the same Core Ultra 7 chip, the ZenBook 14 OLED and the MSI Prestige 16 with a 16-inch OLED panel. The CPU performance showed a commendable improvement over the previous 13th gen chips, even managing to outpace Apple's M2 products in synthetic benchmarks. When it came to graphics, the Intel Arc graphics flexed their muscle, doubling their performance compared to the previous generation. And let's not forget the thermal considerations. Despite the ZenBook's slimmer profile and the Prestige's larger size, we observed similar performance on both devices, mirroring the consistent performance across different thermal conditions we've come to expect from the MacBook lineup. Now, let's talk battery life. The Core Ultra laptops showed a significant step up compared to the previous generation of Intel chips. They held their own against the offerings from AMD and Apple, especially during light tasks and idle conditions. So it seems to be clear that Intel's Core Ultra chips are not just about promising specs on paper. They deliver on performance, graphics and battery life, making them a formidable contender in the tech arena. So the Core Ultra seems to hold its own in performance and battery life. But what about gaming? For the gamers in the audience, this one's for you. The Core Ultra's integrated GPU performance is quite impressive, surpassing previous Intel offerings in the integrated GPU space. It even stands toe-to-toe with the 780EM from AMD in gaming scenarios. But the real game changer? Intel's XS technologies designed to enhance your gaming experience. Moving on to AI integration initially, there was a fair amount of skepticism. But here's the twist. Intel is partnering with developers to work on AI-enhanced features. This isn't just a one-off project. It requires a long-term commitment from developers to integrate with Intel for AI features. It's a bold move, and it could transform the way we interact with our devices. In essence, the Intel Core Ultra is more than just a chip. It's a promise of a more powerful, more efficient, and more intelligent future. The Intel Core Ultra, a promising start to a new era of processing power. Stay tuned to see how it shapes the future.